perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Sad news, y'all. Oh, by the way, hey, everybody, blah, 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 blah. The Tech D Rob has COVID again. Well, he's never had the COVID, but he's got COVID.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times I done kicked COVID's butt.
Same.
Many times. But this is the first time you've had it, Rob?
Yeah, remember, I was knocking old people down to get that vaccine, remember?
Right. That's what I was going to say. You're the first person that I know that had the vaccines that hasn't gotten it. I mean, like it's been this long since between the vaccine and the time that you got it. Most people, when they got the vaccine, they were getting it, pretty quickly after that. Because the rest of us were like, told you. Mm-hmm.
It worked for me, at least for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So did you lose your smell and taste and any of that?
No, the only thing I'm just shortness of breath and inability to breathe through my nose most of the time.
Yeah. And so did you take a COVID test at home or did you go to the doctor?
At home, yeah. I took a at-home one.
That's right, because you were stockpiling those, weren't you?
Yeah.
Those.
They do expire, though. I don't know how long you've been.
I had to buy new ones.
Oh. You let all those COVID tests go to waste.
Yeah. I wonder how many did you have?
I personally didn't have them. It was my ex-girlfriend that had a whole bunch, so I don't know. She probably still has a bunch.
That's right. Yeah, they were in your house, though, the house you were living in. I remember that. All right, well, so, you tell people that you've got COVID now, and people are like, oh, man, that sucks. Whatever. Before, you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Because of the way they had us all in, a big tizzy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I honestly think that's where some of my anxiety came from too, because I so COVID hit March of 2020. I had Delilah 1st of May, 2020. And I remember the nurse looking at me saying, just do not have visitors, not even your parents, for a month. And I remember just like sobbing, like my mom's not going to meet my newborn baby. I can't believe it,
Yeah.
But we didn't listen to him.
Right. Well, because now you look at it and you know that a lot of that was just a bunch of lies.
Well, yeah. Now we know.
But yeah, Rob did knock a bunch of old people out of the way to get in line to get that shot.
Like literally?
Yeah, I mean, elbowing them out of the way, Grandpa.
I had an in, okay? I had an in. It was fine.
Rob, that's terrible.
He had the plug. He had the hookup on the vaccine. I love that.
Oh man.
Yeah, he really was the first person I knew that got the vaccine. He had it before a lot of people did.
I bet you I had it before him. When you were pregnant, they gave it to you like right when it came out.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay, if you say I need it, I'm one of those. And then I was like, wait a second. Years later, I'm like, that's what's wrong with her.
You say that's why your baby boy won't poop in the potty.
You're right. Still pooping on the floor.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today. New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, there was a terrible accident that took place in California the end of last week, at a Chuck E. Cheese. Now, the terrible accident wasn't that people actually went to Chuck E. Cheese. But there was a woman who got her arm stuck in one of the games. The game is called like Snowball something or another, and you get inside it, and then all these balls start dropping down on you, and you have to pick up balls and put them into this little hole. And every time you put a ball in the hole, it counts as a point. So you got to try to pick up the most balls and get them in the hole. Well, she got her arm stuck in the hole, and then they had to come get they had to get the fire department out there, rescue people, and all that to get her out of that. So it was a whole big thing. Now, why was she in the thing to begin with? It's called Snow Day, and it's a little booth that is clearly made for children. So why was this adult woman in the game playing it? And she doesn't have a kid in there that she was helping. She was just in there trying to do it, and got her arm stuck. Now, was she in there because an adult obviously can play the game a lot more easily, as far as you can get more balls in the thing as an adult than a little kid can, and then therefore your prize count goes up with a chance of you winning a better prize? Is that it? Or is this just an adult that can't stand it, that the kids are having fun on the kids stuff and they have to jump in and do it like so many millennials now do?
That's what I assume.
The kidults that can't just let kids have fun. They got to jump in there and do it themselves.
I have mixed emotions about this because I'm not a kidult by any means. I didn't even play these games when I was little, but you've got to make the game kind of for kidults now, like make sure they don't get injured, because that's where our society is going. I mean, it's sad, but you can't have a lot.
I say make them smaller, the adults out of them, because that is where society is going, and we need to send it into a different direction.
Well, true. I'm with you too, but I don't know. I guess maybe they deserve to get hurt, I guess. I mean, truly.
She wasn't hurt. She was just stuck. So she wasn't hurt.
She deserves to get stuck
and should be embarrassed. And, it made it on the local news and now around the country.
Yeah.
In the news. So,
well,
but the thing is that people like that don't have any shame. She's probably blaming the machine and Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Instead of blaming herself for being an adult and getting into a kid's game and getting stuck.
That's the thing. But are they going to have lawsuits now? I mean, you got to think about people that are just crazy,
Well, I mean, they just need to start clearly stating this is for children only. And, if you get in it, not only will you stand a chance of getting hurt, but arrested.
Yeah. You going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're opening those Chuck E. Cheeses for adults, because they're like getting people stuck in the games and the kids one. They had to open up the adults one.
Right. So they're going to have a big back ball pit.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show stream is sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, North Carolina. They're family owned and operated, and they speak diamond. Engagement rings, custom jewelry, exquisite timepieces. Discover something spectacular at tjriggins.com/diamond.
Everybody's complaining about the heat. Hey, it's TJ, and if you want to stay cool while you sleep, you need some sheets from Cozy Earth. I'm talking about extremely high-quality sheets that are so soft and are going to help you stay cool while you sleep. I love mine. And just like everything else at Cozy Earth, you get 41% off when you tell them that you know me. Just go to tjriggins.com/deals and use the code TJ to get that big 41% discount. tjriggins.com/deals.
I feel like I don't even really need to talk about Love Indus anymore, because you just look at my face and you can see amazing before and after results. If you've known me long enough, you can tell. This is incredible. I've been using Love Indus. It's my new favorite skincare line, and my face is glowing. My dark spots are gone. I'm telling you, this stuff works miracles. And let me tell you, it was a true miracle, because I had a lot of sun damage. So go to tjriggins.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off. You're going to love this skincare line.
Have you heard of the anti-grav ones from Stand Plus Shoes? It's their best seller. They're designed for anybody who spends their workday on their feet. Save 15% on your Stand Plus order at tjriggins.com/deals using promo code TJ at checkout.
Now, Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
These are just a few things that are now trending. There's a kid named Bradley Vinson. He's 13 years old, and you might have seen him popping up on a couple of Major League Baseball games. He's the kid umpire, and apparently he had been doing this in the minor leagues, but he dresses up like an umpire, and he goes and he calls the whole game, from his seat with his dad. I think it's really cool. But the other night they were showing him on the television screen. I think it was during the Braves game, maybe. But the reaction from people online is, get this kid off my television. I don't want to see it. Why do I have to watch a game in split screen so they can highlight this kid? And it was like, you guys need to get off the internet. Like, honestly, get a grip. This is a great thing. The kid's 13 years old.
He's just having a good time.
He likes baseball and he wants to go dress up like an umpire. It's not my thing, but he's having fun. And the reaction, you would have thought this kid just murdered somebody on television. It's awful.
It's so sad.
It depends on how much they were splitting the screen, which makes it harder to watch the game, because if this isn't your kid, most of the time you're not going to care to see him the whole time.
Right. It wasn't
the game. How long were they splitting the screen and talking about the kid instead of the baseball game?
Here's the thing. It was I remember it now. It was the Cubs and the Cardinals. It's the top of the fifth. Cubs are beating the Cardinals 8-0. So it's kind of a lull. There's not a lot happening. So they did the kid was on a smaller screen, but it was a split screen, and they probably did keep him up too long. It was probably through two batters at least. So it did go on too long. But man, are we so like hardened to the world that we can't just say God bless him? Who cares? Why are you so upset?
Well, I told you that one of the times that we went and saw Jelly Roll before he just exploded, he pulled a little girl up out of the crowd and had her singing my favorite Jelly Roll song.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, I didn't pay to hear no little girl sing Jelly Roll. If I wanted to hear that, I'd go to a karaoke bowling alley. I came to hear Jelly Roll sing my favorite Jelly Roll song.
Yeah.
I don't care how cute that little girl is. This ain't a cute little girl concert. It's a Jelly Roll concert.
So your favorite song, did he ever sing himself after that, or it was just her singing?
Just her, pretty much.
Oh, God.
I really wasn't like that. I was just joking,
but still, I mean,
I would have liked to have heard him do it, but
yeah,
whatever.
Did he go back and do it all himself? I would be okay with that then if he goes and starts from the top and just does it himself.
No, she did the whole thing. He looked at it like, I'm sure he was like trying to take a break.
He's like, you go ahead. I'm sweating.
And just out of curiosity, what was your favorite Jelly Roll song that she sang?
Son of a Sinner.
Oh, a great one for a little girl to get up there and sing.
Yeah, it fits, right?
Yeah, what a scene that must have been. So
I guess if you're a kid at a Jelly Roll concert, you do. It fits. I don't know.
Maybe, very possibly.
Back then, all Jelly Roll fans had they had a past that had led them to where they were, and everybody had some sort of a story. And I just assumed that little girls had some kind of a sad story or whatever. But I really didn't get upset about it. I really didn't. But it's the same as somebody getting upset about this little boy.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, let's lighten up a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of kids. So I have some compliments to dole out on the TJ and Riggins show, and I will do that coming up next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Prime Plus members get extra funny commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at tjriggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I want to give out some compliments to TJ and Lindsay specifically. They have a good quality about them that I don't think people talk about enough. I think it's probably one of the best qualities to have. And it is the fact that you have both successfully set up other people. You have been a successful matchmaker. And I think that is a fantastic quality to have. And no one ever talks about it. But the fact that you as one person can set up what is potentially a lifelong marriage between two people that previously didn't know each other. I mean, what could be greater other than getting married yourself and starting a family and contributing to society? I think it's one of the greatest gifts you can have. How about that?
What's ironic about this is that I could never set myself up with the right one, but I could set other people. Like I could pluck somebody from this group, pluck somebody from that group, and I know that they would mesh. I didn't get married till I was 34 years old.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of hit and misses, but
Yeah, I wondered if you were going to come back around and say, and then I finally did it. But
right. I mean, I did at 34, but I'm saying my whole life, I set someone up at 13 years old and they got married. I was 13 and I set my youth pastor and the music lady up. She was new to the church. We were at a lock-in. Do you remember lock-ins?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. They don't do those anymore. And I set them up and they got married.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think it's such a great quality. And I think you see a lot of matchmakers that are still single. So maybe there's a tie to that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Who'd
Like
you
what-
set up, TJ?
Gwen and her husband.
I don't know this story. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever heard this story.
Gwen was working on our show. She was young and she had just started working on our show. And there was a sales guy. He sold advertising. He was young and had just started. And she had made a comment about him. You know, we could see into the parking lot when everybody started coming to work. And she talked about how cute he was. So I called him into the studio one day on the air and introduced him. And I said, both of y'all are nice and, about the same age, I think y'all. And so they were kind of shy, obviously, so just sprang that on them. And then he asked her on a date on the air and then they went from there. Yeah.
Stop. Incredible.
Yeah.
How did I never know that story? I probably did. I just forgot. But
Well,
that's
you
surprising.
always say you don't want to hear about the other girls
that's
that
true.
worked on the show.
That's
I don't
true.
want to hear. I don't even want to hear.
There were no girls before me, TJ. Come on.
Well, both of you might have a little more trouble setting up Gen Zers because there's this survey that's out that said 1 in 3 Gen Zers would consider taking back an ex if that person suddenly became wealthy. 1 in 3. But I don't know that that's limited to Gen Z. I know a lot of millennials and Gen Xers and baby boomers that would take back an ex if they suddenly became wealthy.
It depends on why they broke up.
That's what I was going to say.
I think that would have something to do with it. If they just kind of grew apart or whatever, and I don't really think I see a future here, then maybe they would be more inclined to say, yeah, I would date him rather than he cheated on me. He did this, he did that.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing, though, from this is they may not care about that. Like they don't care if someone cheated as long as they're rich. Like I would never take back an ex, at that point of my life. But I think some people don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
The TJ and Riggins show stream is made possible thanks to R. Gregory Jewelers. This family-owned and operated jewelry store has been open since 1981, and they speak diamond. Engagement rings, anniversary presents, and so much more. Visit them in person in Statesville, NC, or online at tjriggins.com/diamond. I feel like I don't even really need to talk about Love Indus anymore because you just look at my face and you can see amazing before and after results. If you've known me long enough, you can tell. This is incredible. I've been using Love Indus. It's my new favorite skincare line, and my face is glowing. My dark spots are gone. I'm telling you, this stuff works miracles. And let me tell you, it was a true miracle because I had a lot of sun damage. So go to tjriggins.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off. You're going to love this skincare line. I've gotten so many DMs from busy people, that tell me Mandu Fitness has changed the way they look at fitness. Mandu Fitness is an electro-muscle stimulation workout, and it only takes 15 minutes of your day, and it feels like you've worked out for hours in the gym. Not only does it feel like it, it looks like it. My body's toner, leaner, tighter. For 15 minutes a day, what do you have to lose? Go to tjriggins.com/fitness and get your first Mandu Fitness appointment for absolutely free. What do you have to lose for 15 minutes? You're going to tone up. You're going to look great this summer. Mandu Fitness.
Book your stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful hotel with fun events like Wine Down Wednesday, good music, awesome drinks, and an opportunity to make some lifelong friends. You're going to love it. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Book your stay at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
What is new radio? New radio is
Streaming everywhere.
listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So Lindsay says she has a story.
Yep.
So it better be good.
Well, it's embarrassing, but I'm going to tell it. Because it means I'm raising an absolute psychopath. So yesterday, we were getting ready for church, and I walked down the stairs, and I'm doing like 85 things, literally. So Brooks looks at me and says, "Mom, I peed into Wywa's shoe," and laughed. And I was like, "Stop. No, you did not. No, you did not." And I'm laughing because I'm doing a million things, and I didn't want to, I knew he didn't. So I
He's in
just,
Delilah's shoes, what he said.
yeah, he thought it was funny. Like he was laughing.
Mhm.
It was a joke. He didn't really do it. But I was in turn laughing because I wasn't really focused on what I was trying to get everyone out the door, and I knew he didn't do it, so I was laughing. And I was like, "No, you didn't. Stop. That's funny, whatever." So we go outside, we go to church, we come home. Well, we're still potty training him, which it's taken way too long. It's taken way longer than it took potty training Delilah. So we're leaving him like either naked or in just underwear, pretty much when we're home. Well, we get home from church, I strip him down, mainly because I don't want to get lunch on his clothes. So he's naked, but also we're potty training him. So I'm like, "Just sit there. I'm going to go get your underwear." So I run upstairs. I come back down, and there is a wet puddle on top of Delilah's church shoes. So I'm like, "Wait a second," because she had just taken those shoes off. He had peed on the shoes. So I think what happened was he was seeing if I thought it was funny that he said that before church. And I did like laugh, which now I'm like regretting. But I didn't laugh like, "Yeah, do it." I was like, "No, you didn't." But I was kind of laughing. I guess he thought I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So he purposely peed on her silver glitter church shoes that she's obsessed with.
So, yeah, he said, "Mom thought this was funny, and I want to make Mom really laugh, so I'm going to do it."
So
Yeah.
I went ballistic, and I might have handled it wrong after that because I handled it wrong before it happened. I'm all twisted. Being a parent is hard. It's hard, man.
Was he confused why you were yelling at him and stuff?
He didn't understand why it wasn't funny. And then I had to like go back later and think I did like laugh it off when he told me.
Mhm.
So it all hit me later, and then I had to like go back. I didn't apologize to him because it's wrong. You purposely peed on,
Mhm.
but I can't figure out how to handle it now because I kind of messed up too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mom's laughter to a little boy is approval.
Right. And
I told you, little boys always want their moms to be in a good mood, and they want to make their moms happy. And
yeah. So, but I did get mad at him, so then I felt bad. And so anyway, I'm in a shambles. This is my life right now. Peeing on shoes.
Well, that is crazy.
I know.
The children need to be taken.
Right?
TJ Riggins and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. with TJ Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Well, showing you or illustrating generational differences in society and how things have changed for the younger generation, but the old timers are not with it at all on this change. Regan sent me a video this morning of a young woman working at a nursing home, and she had a bunch of the patients lined up. They were all sitting in a line, and she had a baby pig in her arms. And she was going through there and seeing, do you want to will you pet the pig? Do you want to pet the pig? And the reason that it went viral is because one of the old men said, sure. And then he reached up to pat the girl on the head, oh yeah, as a joke. But what I pulled from that is none of those old people wanted to touch a pig.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't get that either, how people are just so into pigs all of a sudden, and the pig is such a great little pet. Oh, snuggle the pig. Pigs are disgustingly dirty. Pigs live in slop, and, you don't have pigs as house pets and all of that. And you could tell every one of those old people in that nursing home were like, Yeah. And even the old guy, he was like, sure, I'll pet. And then he reached up there to touch her as a joke, but then he didn't want to come back and say, pat the pig on the head either.
No.
Yeah, I mean, pigs aren't the cuddliest creatures. They could have done they could have had a puppy there.
Yeah, what happened to bringing the golden retriever in, or
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's almost like that idea of like I talk about the way they try to really celebrate things and people that aren't looked upon as being traditionally attractive, like when you watch TV commercials and all. It used to be only attractive people in TV commercials, unless it was a comedy type commercial, like Mr. Whipple with the Charmin and all of that. But if it were just people brushing their teeth or, taking a certain medication, they would get actors who were nice to look at. Well, they go the opposite way now. And it's like they discriminate against those people. So I think it's the same way with pets. Because it's, it gives you a moral authority to say, oh, I love this pet, this type of animal, and even though it's so ugly and most people think it's ugly, I don't, I love. And so that's what some of this, and it comes from, and people having, trying to find dogs that are ugly just to say, I gave this ugly dog a home, that kind of thing.
They're so ugly. They're cute.
Yeah.
But, when I was buying a dog that never even came, I was like, let me find the ugliest dog. Like, who's doing that? I don't want to do that.
But these old people are like, I don't care. That is a nasty pig, and I am not touching. Why is that pig in the house?
Yeah.
Probably what they're sitting there thinking. Why did you bring that pig in the house?
Yeah.
Wrap it in a blanket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's not the kind of pig in a blanket that I would like.
Right. Wrong one.
Thing out back and make some real pigs in a blanket.
Yeah. Mm.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins.
Extra Funny is sponsored by Love Indus. Love Indus is my favorite new skincare line that truly makes a difference in your skin. I know it has for me. The founder, Surby Grover, learned that the breakthrough offerings are developed by reimagining the possibilities. Save 21% on your Love Indus order at tjriggins.com/deals.
The mocha polka dot dress you've seen Jody wearing comes from our new friends at Katie Waltman. And they're giving us 20% off when you use code TJ at checkout at katiewaltman.com or already added in the link at the deals page at tjriggins.com.
R. Gregory Jewelers. I can't say enough good things about them. They are my favorite people in the world. It's a family-run business. It's a jewelry store. They know everything about jewelry. Diamonds, birthstones, engagement rings, watches, you name it, they know about it. They have the knowledge and the best prices. And that's the best thing about them, is that they're honest people. So check out our Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamond. Our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
Our charitable efforts are possible thanks to great businesses like Bradham Comfort Services. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year, serving Charlotte and surrounding areas with AC repair, installation, and electrical services. It's service you can trust. Learn more at bradhamcomfort.com.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Chelsea, I think it was last week that Diddy's attorney said that when he gets out of prison, he wants to play Madison Square Garden again.
No, I didn't see that.
On what planet do they think that anybody wants to go see Diddy at Madison Square Garden? Diddy couldn't sell out Madison Square Garden before he was accused of all these things in court.
Right.
The sort of, I don't know, what is that? The sort of bravado that he's got while still being in prison is remarkable to me.
It's not surprising.
It's because he's a narcissist, in my opinion, a narcissist, and the narcissism that comes from being a psychopath.
Correct.
I guess one of the symptoms of his psychopathy is narcissism.
But I do wonder if people would want to go just to like see how he's doing, and like, all those people that are like just nosy, just. I'm
sure a ton of people, I bet he could sell it out because of people just wanting to go and say they were a part of it.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. And then there'd also be a certain number of people that would never have seen him before that would want to go see him, hoping to, be there when he failed,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I see that situation playing out with Britney Spears. Like, there's sort of this morbid curiosity, like when she comes back to the stage, you kind of want to see, is it going to be a total train wreck? Mm-hmm. I get that. But with Diddy, I'm like, I don't even know what songs is Diddy going to perform. I don't even know, because he's always like the producer or a feature on some of his biggest songs, except for that, Every Breath You Take. But
right.
Like, who wants to go see a Diddy concert? That is just, I don't know. That is just so confusing to me.
Yeah, unless he gets all of the people that, from Bad Boy Entertainment or whatever that, Mace and them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you want to go see Mace?
Maybe if tickets are like $10, people are going to go.
Yeah, that might be the way to go. So we'll see how that pans out for him. Today is National Vinyl Record Day. National Vinyl Record. I'm not into I know a lot of young people are into records, including TJ's daughter, Lainey.
My son.
Oh, is he into it too?
Yeah.
She was at a vintage record store the other day over the weekend, and she had texted me a picture. She said, I'm at this hipster vinyl record store. And I said, what are you getting? What are you looking for? And she goes, Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water by Limp Bizkit. And I went, what? What? And she goes, yeah, no, there's like some really good songs on there. I was like, oh my God, I am old. I'm just an old person. That came out.
That's the name of one of his albums?
That was a big Limp Bizkit album in the early 2000s, I think.
Oh.
One of his albums.
One of his Mr. Biscuits.
Mr. Biscuit. I was never a Limp Bizkit fan, ever.
I know. I said
it really supposed to be. It was more for 18 to 34-year-old men.
Oh, okay.
And younger, yeah.
Yeah, I said, what hits were on that album? She goes, oh, My Generation's a great song. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're teaching me something today.
Yeah.
She might be celebrating National Vinyl Record Day. And then something just for TJ, Leinenkugel, the summer shandy that you love so much?
Yeah.
They're making their product, they're turning it into an ice cream sandwich. So summer is almost over. This seems like they're a little late to the party. Does that sound interesting to you?
No.
No.
Remember, I don't want anything messing with the ice cream sandwich. It's perfect the way it is.
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So nice try at Leinenkugel. Am I saying that right? Leinenkugel?
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll see how that turns out for him. You're not a grandpa, and don't call yourself a grandpa. That's the viral topic being discussed on the internet today. We'll get to the details next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Watch the entire show every day at tjriggins.com and get 41% off your Cozy Earth order at tjriggins.com/deals when you use the promo code TJ at checkout. Sheets, towels, men's and women's clothing, and a lot more. tjriggins.com/deals.
you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
There is a guy that is wondering if he did the right thing or not, and I want to get TJ and Lindsay's opinion on it because, well, TJ has strong opinions about the way grandparents are named, specifically in relation to the grandchildren.
Yeah.
And I won't go into all the details, but he thinks that the oldest sibling should be the one that chooses the name for the grandparents. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Once that's established from the oldest grandchild, then the rest of them should fall in.
Yeah. So there's this guy that's asking an interesting question. I'll just quickly tell this to you. My parents divorced back in the early 2000s, and then my dad unexpectedly passed 4 years ago. I don't have a good relationship with my mom's current boyfriend, but we're respectful to each other. Fast forward to now, my wife and I just had our first child, and my mom visited for the first time on the weekend with her boyfriend. And she kept referring to her boyfriend as quote unquote grandpa to my son, which I felt was disrespectful to my dad, who would have had that title. I made a point to tell her not to refer to her boyfriend as grandpa, and she got really mad, and then they both left pretty abruptly after the little visitation was over. Does the guy have a point?
Absolutely. But not for the same reason that I would have the point. He's saying because his dad would have been doing that if he hadn't passed. But I'm saying because his mom is not married to that fella.
That's it.
You don't want to teach the kids that you don't have to be married to be a family and all of that stuff. If they get married, then I wouldn't have a problem with the kid calling him some name that you would call a grandfather.
Yeah.
But if they're not married, like my mom remarried after she and my dad split up, and they already had grandchildren. And so she married a man named George, who's very sweet and kind, such a good man. And my kids called my dad Gramps because my oldest nephew they wanted to be called Graham and Gramps. So he's Gramps. And then my mom married the other guy, and then he became Papa George is what they called him. So you can call it a different name, but no grandparent name until they're married.
Agreed, because then, I mean, it's an easy out for him now. They're just dating. And if he leaves and the kids are like, where's grandpa? Like,
Yeah.
Nothing's locking them in.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And it is, TJ, I think you're right. It is the fact that they're not married, not the fact that your dad would have had that title. Well, the fact is your dad passed away 4 years ago. That's not the argument I would try to make, but the fact that they're not married is sort of more the issue. Getting them used to an established title like that. Well, he's wondering if he did the right thing. I don't know that you did the right thing by calling your mom out during the visit. I would have probably waited for them to leave and then made that phone call. That's not something I would want to do face to face.
No.
Yeah, but you got to stop it right there. Because if he hadn't have pulled her aside and had that conversation, she would have been drilling that in the kids' heads all day.
It's true.
And then the next thing you know is, well, why don't we call him grandpa anymore? Well, then you got to explain that to him.
Yeah.
Just say, okay, I've noticed a couple times you've said grandpa. My kids aren't calling him grandpa until y'all get married.
What you have to do is tell everybody you have bouts of diarrhea and get them out as quickly as possible.
I like that solution, Liz. I like it a lot.
When in doubt, diarrhea.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is sponsored by the Temple Team. Buying or selling a home is a life-changing process, and the real estate professionals at the Temple Team, they understand that. They're dedicated to providing exceptional, personalized service for all of their clients. Learn more at tjriggins.com/Temple Team. Every year, it never fails. When summer's almost over, I'm getting that fall itch, the Halloween itch, and I want to redecorate my house from all these bright colors to fall colors. Do you know where I go? Lily and Grace in Langtree. They have everything you can think of. Pillows, rugs. You can make your own rugs. You can make your own pillows. You can design anything you want, and they can even come to your house and help you figure out what you need and what you don't need. Go to Lily and Grace at Langtree or go to tjriggins.com/LG.
Everybody's complaining about the heat. Hey, it's TJ, and if you want to stay cool while you sleep, you need some sheets from Cozy Earth. I'm talking about extremely high-quality sheets that are so soft and are going to help you stay cool while you sleep. I love mine. And just like everything else at Cozy Earth, you get 41% off when you tell them that you know me. Just go to tjriggins.com/deals and use the code TJ to get that big 41% discount. tjriggins.com/deals. Be the hero of every cookout you go to this summer by getting some of the delicious meats they have at Big Fork. Everything from the bacon sausage to the bacon hot dogs, meat sticks, and everything else. Get 20% off when you go to tjriggins.com/deals, promo code TJ.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
So this was something that we discussed Friday night on my other show, but I wanted to get y'all's take on it or see if y'all fit into this category at all. Somebody took to the Reddit because they were talking about that Sydney Sweeney's Great Jeans ad. And you're saying your jeans give you this and that and whatever, eye color, hair color. And they asked the peoples, what's a small way you won the genetic lottery? And things like this is what people were responding with. I have enough room in my mouth that I can keep all my wisdom teeth.
That's a great one.
That is a good one.
This woman said, I have no leg hair or arm hair, so I haven't had to shave in 26 years.
Wow.
That would be a good one.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. This person said, no matter how much ice cream I eat or how fast I eat it, I never get brain freeze.
That's a good one.
That's freaky. That's crazy.
Well, Angie that used to work on our show, she's never had brain freeze.
I can't recall having it much, if I ever have either.
Now,
So maybe because does that mean your brain's not big?
You got to have a brain to get brain freeze.
Yeah.
So we ended up on a discussion about this, but I get brain freeze whenever I'm drinking a frozen, a daiquiri out of a machine, or like a margarita frozen out of Jody calls them dryers. You go by, you see those little dryers on the wall, like clothes dryer. That always gives me brain freeze, and it gives handsome husband Michael throat freeze.
Oh.
So he starts coughing the whole time he's drinking one of those. And then I'm like, because it really hurts behind my eye, the full brain freeze.
Oh.
So this old guy called into my other show and he said, the trick to not getting brain freeze is don't let whatever it is you're eating or drinking touch the roof of your mouth.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, how in the world can you do that? How can you keep something, especially if you're drinking it, from touching the roof of your mouth?
I've heard that as well. And if you do, just put your warm tongue on your mouth on the top, and then it goes away. But I think he's onto something, because if you when I drink it, it doesn't really touch the roof of my mouth. Maybe that's why I don't get them.
And I would have to practice that a lot.
Yeah, I can't even picture how you do that and
I think
swallow.
if you have I have a small mouth this way in width, but I have a
tall mouth. She got a tall mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lindsay Tall Mouth.
I have a high arch on the roof of my mouth.
Well, I have just a tiny mouth in general. So maybe I'm out of there on that. But I guess if you suck something through a straw, you can pass it through into your throat, through the side or under your tongue or something. But
yeah,
I'd be dribbling that all over myself.
Yeah.
You'd have to catch it.
Yeah, you'd have to get somebody to baby bird it to you.
Yeah.
Where you're just like,
No.
Give me some Slurpee. So gross.
Feed me that Slurpee. Come on.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Where are these huge discounts on great products? The deals page at tjriggins.com.
Check it out.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yeah.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yay. Back to school time is different for just about every town. You know, I know it's every county has something different. We go back to school here or there. My little niece and nephew in Louisiana have already started back. A lot of schools around here started back, but I've made it perfectly clear that I always hated going back to school because I hated school, and I would have so much fun in the summer. I really didn't want that to end. Because nobody ever got hurt in the 80s. So I was allowed just to, I'd be gone and hanging out until time to come home, which would be, whenever, pretty much, staying up late, playing baseball, the whole thing. But Riggins, when you were making that transition from Catholic school that you had gone to your whole school career up until this certain point, and you knew that back to school was coming and you were going to be going to a public school, were you scared about that? Were you freaked out by it?
Yes, extremely.
And how old were you?
I was going into high school, so I had just maybe turned 13.
Mm-hmm. So you were in Catholic school all the way up until your 9th grade year.
Yeah.
And then you were going to public school.
In the same Catholic school. I grew up, every class was the same 25 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So my entire schooling was all with the same kids. But my oldest brother and 2 older brothers were at this new public school. So they sat me down with the yearbook and told me who I was supposed to hang out with and who I wasn't supposed to hang out with. So that was helpful, but it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Now, were you excited about getting to wear whatever you wanted to wear?
Yes.
Having to wear a uniform?
Yeah, because that was the biggest school shopping trip I ever got to do. We got to go to Haynes Mall, which was like an hour away from where we lived. And I got to go to Abercrombie and Hollister. That was cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I get to wear cool clothes for the first time.
And how many days or weeks into the school year were you when those guys stole your shoes off of you?
The second week.
The second week.
Yeah. Stole them off my feet, picked me up, put me in, shoved me into a locker and took the shoes off my feet.
And then remind me. So how did you just went home after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I'm confused. Like, how does that even
I had never experienced anything. I was so scared because there was like 3 guys.
And you didn't tell on them, which is what a normal person probably would have done.
I wouldn't even know who to told. We had nuns at Catholic school. I didn't even know how the system worked. There's like, I was like, I guess I don't have shoes anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mom, come pick me up. I have no shoes.
She said, where are your shoes? I said, somebody took them. She said, took them where? I said, I don't know. Probably home with them. I don't know. I don't have them anymore. That's the bottom line. I don't have shoes. So we're going to need to fix that.
Was your oldest brother already graduated at that point? Or was he a senior?
Yeah, he had just graduated the year before.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe 2 years before.
Your other brother, Kevin, didn't come around trying to find him and take up for you and stuff?
He was nowhere to be found, and I don't know where he was the entirety of my high school career. I never saw him once. I don't know where he was. I don't know. No help.
He was like, he draws bad people. I'm staying away from him.
I guess so.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Watch the entire show every day at tjriggins.com and get 41% off your Cozy Earth order at tjriggins.com/deals when you use the promo code TJ at checkout. Sheets, towels, men's and women's clothing, and a lot more. tjriggins.com/deals.
Have you seen these awesome glasses TJ's daughter Lainey found? They're called Aquila, and they're 10% off when you use code TJ at checkout at aquila.la and the deals page at tjriggins.com.
I just recently found the coolest gift on Distill Union. You need to check these out. They're Maglock sunglasses. I got them for my husband. When he puts his sunglasses on his shirt, like when he's golfing, they always fall off, or if he's on the boat. These Maglock sunglasses lock to stay in place wherever you put them. They're so awesome. Go to tjriggins.com/deals, code TJ for 20% off.
Our charitable efforts are possible thanks to great businesses like the Johnson Group. They've been providing janitorial services to some of North and South Carolina's most prestigious properties since 1991. They are some of the very best in Charlotte. Learn more at tjriggins.com/clean.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
$7,000 worth of Labubus were stolen from a store in La Puente, California last week. $7,000. Now, I don't know how many Labubus that is.
3.
Is it just 3? I know some of them are worth more than others, just like the Beanie Babies were. But yeah, somebody broke in the middle of the night in this, small gift shop and stole $7,000 worth of these dolls. And I'm assuming, where do you just resell those? That's not for anybody's home collection, right?
No, you're selling those, I would think. But I wonder if they got serial numbers on them that they could trace them back.
I would imagine you could, but if you're buying bootleg Labubus that somebody stole, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't get it.
And they better.
It may not be that they stole them, because they may just act like they're traders or they're collectors.
Yeah,
and they're going to part with these. Yeah.
They better sell them quick, because they are here today, gone tomorrow.
That's what I'm thinking. Why pick something I guess maybe that's the point, is you think you can get more, get more money for them if it's like a hot item at the moment. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But $7,000 worth of Labubus out there. Today is just a day for Lindsay. Today is National Middle Child Day.
Yay. Me and Kevin, right?
That's my brother, Kevin. He is also the middle child. We don't care about the middle children. At least I don't.
Well, okay. But does it matter that I'm the only girl?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your status is immediately number one in your family because you are the only girl. But if you have all one gender among siblings, the middle child, no one cares about.
Oh, it's so sad. I hate that for you guys.
I love it. And that's just the way it is. Matt, my oldest brother, is obviously top tier. He's the number one golden child. And then it fluctuates at number 2 for me and Kevin. But in my mind, I'm definitely number 2.
Well, you're the baby, and you always will be.
That's right. So
the baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So today is the day for the National Middle Child. Congratulations. And then an 11-year-old girl in California is recovering. On Sunday, she was attacked by a mountain lion in her own backyard. When the emergency responders arrived, she was still in the backyard with a severe puncture mark on her right arm. And they took her to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. But just a reminder, there's mountain lions out there.
Yeah. Cougars are dangerous.
Those cougs.
Have you ever run into a mountain lion or a cougar or whatever they call them in real life?
No, I haven't. No.
I've never even seen one. In person or yeah.
Now, I've seen bobcats in the woods, but we didn't have, I don't think we had cougars in Louisiana in the swamps. They're mostly in the hills.
Is a bobcat smaller version?
Yeah. No. It's just a completely different looking cat. Yeah.
Okay.
And do you shoot and eat a bobcat?
When I was growing up, people would trap them and then sell the hide, but you didn't eat it.
So when you say trap, that automatically means trap them and then kill them?
No, sometimes the trap kills them.
Okay. All right. Trap is a misleading word, I feel like.
Yeah.
We're going to try. It's an immediate death sentence. I didn't realize that. Yeah. But now I know. So we've got more coming up next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
TJ Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Watch the entire show every day at tjriggins.com and get 41% off your Cozy Earth order at tjriggins.com/deals when you use the promo code TJ at checkout. Sheets, towels, men's and women's clothing, and a lot more. tjriggins.com/deals.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I didn't mention this, but on Saturday, I was coming back from a walk with my dog, Riley, and I ran into my neighbor and his girlfriend who were just driving back in. They had gone to breakfast, and they're real friendly, so they stopped while I was out on the sidewalk, and we were talking for a second. I said, "Oh, where'd you go?" They said, "Waffle House." I said, "Oh, no way. Is there a Waffle House around here?" And they said, "Well, not really. You got to drive down here and go over there." But then I remembered, this is the neighbor that was bringing me eggs all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He buys these Costco pallets, and he doesn't eat eggs. So that's why he was bringing them all to me. So I was like, "Oh, you don't eat eggs. What do you get at Waffle House?" Just out of curiosity. And she's sitting in the passenger side and she looks across him and smiles the biggest smile at me. And she goes, "Yeah, tell him what you have at Waffle House." And I went, "Oh, is there like a story here?" And he goes, "Well, I eat the hash browns there. I like their hash browns. So I get 3 orders of hash browns. And this is how he gets them. He gets them well done. He gets them covered, smothered, topped, peppered, country style." Do you know how he likes his hash browns based on that?
No.
Well, one of those was gravy.
Country style is gravy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lindsay.
Smothered is cheese.
Smothered is sauteed onions.
Oh, okay.
So here's covered is cheese. Covered is cheese. So he gets his 3 orders of hash browns covered in cheese, sauteed onions, jalapeno peppers, chili, and then sausage gravy over the top.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was with you until the gravy. I could do chili.
I was with it until chili.
I could either do chili or gravy, but not together.
Right. And I would rather have gravy than chili.
Probably, yeah, same. For breakfast.
For breakfast, it's 8:30 in the morning, and this guy has just had 3 well-done orders of hash browns with cheese, chili, and gravy on top of it. And this guy, he's about, he's thin as a pin. He's this big around. I don't know where he's putting it all, but that is an unreal Waffle House order, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I ain't mad at him. Hey.
I mean,
would I do it? Sure. Mother covered, dice, country, whatever.
Yeah. Well, she couldn't wait to have him share the story. She was like, she obviously thought it was odd as well.
Yeah.
Now, do they saute the jalapenos with the onions?
I don't know.
Because I would like for the jalapenos to be softened up a little bit.
Same. Yeah.
If I'm getting that on there.
I know they heat up the onions because it said sauteed onions.
Yeah.
So it's not raw onion, but I'm not sure about the peppers.
I think you can customize. It sounds like you could just ask them, throw some in there while you're sauteing.
I think so. That's pretty unbelievable. But you see a lot of mukbang people reviewing Waffle House in their car, and I can't get on board with that. I think there's something about Waffle House. You have to eat it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to eat it on those tiny tables with all those plates that you don't have room for.
Yeah. And you probably have some alcohol in your stomach, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The last time I ate at Waffle House was definitely, I had some alcohol, but I know a lot of people just enjoy Waffle House. They're sober.
I love how Kyle, my husband, is every time he's like, "Nope, Waffle House, I get food poisoning every time I go there." I'm like, "Or were you just wasted?" He tells everyone, "No, Waffle House gives me food poisoning." Okay.
Sure.
Makes me throw up.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
The TJ and Jody's House podcast is sponsored by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Family owned and operated, and we just love the entire team over there. They've got beautiful furniture and truly luxurious mattresses. Visit them in person or online at tjriggins.com/mattress.
So Eric Javits is about to sell out of this palm away visor I've been wearing all summer. And guess what? It's on sale right now. So do yourself a favor and go to tjriggins.com/deals. Code TJ for an extra 20% off. You're going to love this hat. It's a white and taupe chevron, or you can get the black and taupe colorway. You're going to love it. It's palm away visor, and it's going to protect your skin all summer, and you're going to look so chic. So go to tjriggins.com/deals. Code TJ for 20% off.
Hey, it's TJ. My wife Jody and I would never even think of buying or selling a house without using the Temple Team. We've used the Temple Team at Keller Williams Realty for years, and you should too. They are experts, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
Pet hair will cause havoc on your washing machine and your clothes. Trust me, I know. My dog Riley is a pretty hairy boy. And I just found this product called the Pet Hair Dissolver, which uses an enzymatic formula to dissolve the pet hair that clogs up in your washing machine. It's easy. You just throw this little packet into your washing machine, top loader or front loader, doesn't matter, and then you run a hot water cycle, and then boom, the pet hair is gone. I put up the link on our deals page at tjriggins.com/deals. It's just a lifesaver for pet owners. tjriggins.com/deals.
What is new radio? New radio is
Streaming everywhere.
listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So Lindsay was just saying that her husband, when he eats at Waffle House, he said it gives him food poisoning, makes him throw up and stuff. And she said it's not the Waffle House; it's the fact that you're wasted every time you eat at Waffle House. But, I have a friend who used to feel the same way about fish fillet sandwiches because he'd go out drinking and then have to find a 24-hour McDonald's or McDonald's that stayed open late, and he'd always go get a fish fillet combo because he was hungry from drinking. And then he would say, I got to stop eating those fillet of fish sandwiches because obviously I'm allergic to them. They give me a headache every time I eat them.
Yeah.
I wake up with a headache the next morning. So I got to figure out something else.
I love those people. I had a friend that always said red wine. She was allergic to red wine because she threw up every time. I'm like, no, you're just drinking too much. Weirdos.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But and also with the people that say that certain color of liquor makes people mean, or like,
Yeah.
I can't drink vodka. When I drink vodka, it makes me mean.
Yeah.
Well, that your system doesn't know the difference between alcohols, whether it comes from a beer or vodka or bourbon or whatever. Your liver filters it the same way. It's just the alcohol. But you have to take into consideration which one of them do you like the taste of better, and that's usually the one that's going to make you the craziest because you're drinking more of it and faster.
True.
Right? Yeah. Drinking vodka doesn't make you mean. Drinking a gallon of vodka makes you mean.
Right.
In 30 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Finished off this handle in the past 15 minutes. It's making me mean. Don't you give me vodka.
It's true.
If I end up busting this place up, it's because of the vodka. It ain't me.
Love that.
But I always wanted to take somebody like that and say, okay, well, let's drink one vodka drink and then see what happens. If you don't get mean, you're all right. And then let's do the rest of the night drinking, dark liquor and see if you get just as mean.
Yeah.
You'll get just as mean.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But that's funny. It would suck to be allergic to filet of fish sandwich.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Extra Funny is sponsored by Love Indus. Love Indus is my favorite new skincare line that truly makes a difference in your skin. I know it has for me. The founder, Surby Grover, learned that the breakthrough offerings are developed by reimagining the possibilities. Save 21% on your Love Indus order at tjriggins.com/deals.
TNet presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
So I read about this story the other night, this experiment that they have done where they were monitoring these apes and seeing how they behave after eating all this fermented fruit. In other words, how much it takes to get an ape drunk and that sort of thing. And then they started hypothesizing about, thousands of years ago, apes did do this and, all this other stuff. And then they think that they've created an alcohol that is so strong that you would only be able to drink it in space. It's like, what? Out of here with all that. So they're being, touted in some science world as, oh, this is a brilliant uncovering and whatever else. And I'm thinking the only thing good about this story that's interesting to me is that how fun it would be to watch a bunch of drunk apes interacting with each other.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that would be hilarious, I think.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Totally.
Sign me up for that experiment to just watch a bunch of apes walking around drunk.
Well, and we laugh when the apes even like smoke cigarettes or whatever. I don't know if it's AI or what, but think about how much more funny that would be seeing them drunk.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
It was the first, showing those chimps smoking cigarettes and all. Those were not AI. That was the real deal.
The real.
And I remember those videos. They were in Mexico that they had, and people would pay admission to start, going over and looking at the chimpanzee that was in overalls and a straw hat, smoking a cigarette. It's one of the funniest things you've ever seen. But then, once the story got to America, all of the goody two shoes in America, the chimp was addicted to smoking and blah, blah, ruined the fun.
Wah, wah.
Maybe he is addicted to smoking, but luckily he can't go buy cigarettes. So that's under your control. I mean, don't get mad at the monkey.
Right. Yeah. He's just having a good time, man, when he's offered.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a drunk cigarette? Give me a break.
But so I'm not just completely off the wall here. Y'all would like to see drunk apes interacting with each other as well?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would.
To see an ape leaning over and puking. He's so drunk would be hilarious.
One's like holding the hair, back up.
And then they want to fight, but they can't stand up. Oh, the possibilities are endless.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show stream is sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, North Carolina. They're family owned and operated, and they speak diamond. Engagement rings, custom jewelry, exquisite timepieces. Discover something spectacular at tjriggins.com/diamond.
Everybody's complaining about the heat. Hey, it's TJ, and if you want to stay cool while you sleep, you need some sheets from Cozy Earth. I'm talking about extremely high-quality sheets that are so soft and are going to help you stay cool while you sleep. I love mine. And just like everything else at Cozy Earth, you get 41% off when you tell them that you know me. Just go to tjriggins.com/deals and use the code TJ to get that big 41% discount. tjriggins.com/deals.
I feel like I don't even really need to talk about Love Indus anymore because you just look at my face and you can see amazing before and after results. If you've known me long enough, you can tell. This is incredible. I've been using Love Indus. It's my new favorite skincare line, and my face is glowing. My dark spots are gone. I'm telling you, this stuff works miracles. And let me tell you, it was a true miracle because I had a lot of sun damage. So go to tjriggins.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off. You're going to love this skincare line.
Have you heard of the anti-grav ones from Stand Plus Shoes? It's their bestseller. They're designed for anybody who spends their workday on their feet. Save 15% on your Stand Plus order at tjriggins.com/deals using promo code TJ at checkout.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
So it is official. If you're still using dial-up internet, AOL is canceling their dial-up internet service on September 30th. I don't know a single person that's still using dial-up.
Well, I'm about to say they're not giving us much notice.
I guess you got to figure out alternative solutions, but I would imagine if you're using dial-up, there aren't other solutions.
I didn't even know it was still around.
Who did? I didn't know, but it's been, they've been operating for decades, and then they said at the end of September, if you're still on dial-up, that will no longer work. So
honestly, I didn't know that AOL internet, just plain internet, was still around. I don't know anybody that has AOL as their provider.
I don't either.
Me either.
And did you ever get those CDs in the mail of 10 free hours? I don't know how that worked, but I remember them sending those out all the time. So
strange.
Yeah, if you're on dial-up, you got a couple more weeks, and then you're gonna have to figure out something else. So good luck with that.
I even think people with an AOL email are weird. Kyle still has one from I don't know, high school, and he'll tell people, and I'm like, don't tell anyone that.
Does he have a funny username at the front of his AOL email address?
No, it's just like his initials or whatever. It's nothing outrageous, but when he says at AOL, I'm like, stop telling people that.
Yeah.
Give them your work email, for God's sakes. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I agree. And then today's National Shoestring Friday. National Shoestring Friday. TJ, is that still your favorite French fry?
Oh, I was about to say it's not Friday, it's Tuesday. Shoestring French fry day. Yes.
Yeah.
Love the shoestring. Yes. Yes.
Still not a fan of Arby's orange fries,
No,
as he calls them.
The curly Q's. No.
So you got shoestring at number 1. What's your 2 and 3?
Crankle is number 2. And 3 would probably be those that still have a little bit of the skin on them.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you call those, like a home style.
Home, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like a five guys fry kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lindsay, what are your favorite fries? Quick.
I like crinkle, waffle, shoestring, home fries. No, I like them all.
She never met a spud she didn't like, I think, as Dolly Parton once said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, happy National...
Not tater tot day.
Different day.
Okay.
But speaking of Lindsay, we need to get an update on her home life. Something really, really scary happened recently, and we need to follow up. So we will get to that coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
It recently occurred to me, I have totally forgotten to ask, Lindsay, how is your beaver?
Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
I have looked for that beaver because he came out of the front bushes of our house.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've kind of gone back there, peeked around. The only thing I found, because now I'm like an animal tracker. Do you know those? I have found bigger like footsteps, and we don't have an animal, so it's got to be the beaver.
Yeah. Have you gotten into the investigating the pellets? Did we just lose Lindsay? Oh wait, hold on. Let's get her back here. Give me 1 second.
It said reconnecting. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know what happened to it. I think it probably found its water wherever that was, and it made it back. Okay, but I do have something. My neighbor called again to the organization. I don't even know the letter, CSP, whatever. And they said the beaver was probably in the neighborhood because the water he was in was too warm and he was looking for cooler water. So.
No, that makes sense. Although he was finding no water.
Right.
Unless he was in the water hose.
Right. And my kids have been in the water in our yard, sprinkler and stuff. So I don't know if he just saw water and came over. I don't know.
Well, I saw this post on the internet, Lindsay. I just sent you a picture on over text. If you could look at that real quick. I saw potentially one of your neighbors that lives in your area spotted a copperhead snake right outside her front door.
Ew. Ew. Yeah, where my neighborhood has tons of them. Our old dog got attacked by a den of baby copperheads.
Well,
Almost died.
My neighbor got bitten by one. She stepped off onto her patio and it just bit her. And as soon as she stepped out there, and she was in the bed for a while, swollen, having to have it elevated and the whole thing.
Do you get on antibiotics for that? I mean,
I would think so. But she was down for a while, may still be.
TJ, the experts say don't try to kill the snake yourself. What you should do instead is spray it gently with the hose, and then that snake will learn not to come back to that space because they know it's not safe for them.
Right.
No.
That's what they say.
Spray it gently with a brush hook.
Right. Right.
I spray it gently with.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins show stream is made possible thanks to R. Gregory Jewelers. This family-owned and operated jewelry store has been open since 1981, and they speak diamond. Engagement rings, anniversary presents, and so much more. Visit them in person in Statesville, NC, or online at tjriggins.com/diamond. I feel like I don't even really need to talk about Love Indus anymore because you just look at my face and you can see amazing before and after results. If you've known me long enough, you can tell. This is incredible. I've been using Love Indus. It's my new favorite skincare line, and my face is glowing. My dark spots are gone. I'm telling you, this stuff works miracles. And let me tell you, it was a true miracle because I had a lot of sun damage. So go to tjriggins.com/deals, code TJ for 21% off. You're going to love this skincare line. I've gotten so many DMs from busy people, that tell me Mandu Fitness has changed the way they look at fitness. Mandu Fitness is an electro-muscle stimulation workout, and it only takes 15 minutes of your day, and it feels like you've worked out for hours in the gym. Not only does it feel like it, it looks like it. My body's toner, leaner, tighter. For 15 minutes a day, what do you have to lose? Go to tjriggins.com/fitness and get your first Mandu Fitness appointment for absolutely free. What do you have to lose for 15 minutes? You're going to tone up. You're going to look great this summer. Mandu Fitness.
Book your stay at the Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful hotel with fun events like Wine Down Wednesday, good music, awesome drinks, and an opportunity to make some lifelong friends. You're going to love it. It's the Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park. Book your stay at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.